Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into a really fascinating piece of industry news, something that seems to signal a pretty big shift in how retailers are starting to approach crime and safety.
Yeah, that's right.
We're talking about a high-profile executive move, sure, but the real story here feels like it's about the technology involved.
Absolutely. Our source material today, it really centers on Hedgie Bartol being appointed VP of Retail Business Development at AlphaVision.
Okay.
And the mission for you listening in is really to understand what this leadership change tells us about where physical security is heading.
Right.
Because the industry, it seems tired of just reacting after the fact. Sources confirm theft, fraud, safety issues. They're still climbing.
Single major problem.
Definitely. So this move, it kind of feels like the industry saying, look, reactive security, that's basically over. We are moving to predictive AI.
That's a powerful way to put it. This idea of moving from reactive, watching the tape after a theft, to predictive, actually stopping the theft before it even properly happens. That seems to be the core tension, doesn't it?
It is.
So when someone like Bartol joins AlphaVision, why does that immediately scream transformation to people in the know?
Well, it's the combination, really. It's the sheer weight of his background, his previous experience, combined with what this new company, AlphaVision, is explicitly saying its goal is.
And what's that?
Bartol himself said something like, AlphaVision's AI gives retailers the ability to prevent incidents before they happen.
Wow. Okay.
That's a bold statement, right? It signals that the tech has maybe crossed a certain threshold. It's not just, better cameras anymore. It's intervention.
But hang on, isn't predictive security sometimes just, aspirational marketing talk?
It can, sure.
How does bringing in an experienced leader like Bartol actually prove this stuff is real right now?
Because you need someone who gets the whole picture, the entire life cycle of crime, of deterrence, not just the software code.
Makes sense.
And when you look at Bartol's track record, we're talking 20-plus years here in physical security, loss prevention, video management. You see someone who's actually helped build the foundation for this AI future.
Okay, let's trace that path then. You mentioned his resume. He most recently came from Indyme Solutions, right? Focused on shrink reduction.
Yes.
Where else did he develop this sort of specific insight?
His roles before Indyme are really critical context here. He was senior director at Auror.
Auror, right.
And that's where he really dove deep into combating organized retail crime, ORC.
Okay, ORC. For listeners maybe not familiar.
Yeah, basically think sophisticated professional theft rings, not just casual shoplifting. These groups often hit multiple stores, multiple locations, sometimes across states.
Right, the big operations.
Exactly. And Bartol worked directly with law enforcement and retailers on intelligence sharing platforms specifically designed to fight these networks.
So he's mastered connecting the dots on that syndicated crime level. That intelligence piece feels crucial for an AI company.
It absolutely is. And then you layer on the decade he spent at Axis Communications.
Axis. Okay.
Axis, basically, they pioneered networked video systems. He was instrumental in reshaping how loss prevention teams used connected video, not just isolated cameras, to deter crime in the first place.
Ah, okay. So he's got the hardware history,
right,
the deep understanding of these complex crime groups, and the experience actually putting solutions into practice.
Exactly. It's kind of the perfect storm of qualifications to lead this kind of AI shift.
AlphaVision CEO, Cao, even noted that Bartol's vision is coming at a pivotal moment, helping retailers see AI as a, quote, proactive force. So if Bartol is the expert guide here, let's talk about the tech itself, AlphaVision's platform. That name, Physical Superintelligence Platform, it sounds, intense.
It does sound a bit like marketing speak, yeah.
What is it really? In plain English.
Okay, strip away the fancy name. It's essentially a next-generation AI system. Think of it as a brain designed to pull in data from all the sensors in a store, mainly the existing cameras, and then make immediate autonomous decisions based on that data. It aims for, complete visibility and control.
And what makes it super intelligent? What are the bits inside doing that?
Well, the source material points to three key things: autonomous agents, something called magic search, and advanced automation workflows.
Let's break those down. Autonomous agents.
Think of them as software programs working on their own. They monitor activity constantly without a human needing to watch every screen all the time.
Okay, makes sense. And magic search. Sounds magical.
Yeah. It's their term for really advanced video searching. So instead of manually scrubbing through hours of footage.
Oh, the worst.
Right. You can just ask the system a natural question, like, show me everyone who went into the stock room between 2 and 3 p.m. yesterday. And boom, it pulls the relevant clips instantly.
Okay, that is pretty useful. So it's not just recording, it's actively interpreting what it sees.
Precisely. It effectively turns every standard camera into what they call an AI-enabled defender. It moves beyond just passive recording.
Right.
Like Bartol said, and this quote really nails it, AI-driven security is no longer about what happened, it's about what's happening right now.
Okay.
The AI is detecting suspicious stuff in real time. It's like an anticipation engine.
So here's the key practical question for me. If the AI anticipates a risk, then what? Does it just beep somewhere, send an alert to a guard who might be, I don't know, on break?
No, and that's the critical difference. That's where those advanced automation workflows come in.
Okay.
The system itself can trigger immediate, visible deterrence actions based on how serious the risk seems.
Like what?
Like it could automatically turn on bright lights in an area, or play a pre-recorded voice alert, security has been notified, things like that. Or even send a specific notification directly to a staff member's handheld device, telling them to intervene before the theft is actually completed.
Wow.
It's security that actively pushes back, making the store itself a harder target in that moment.
Algorithm-triggered deterrence.
Yeah.
That's a step change. Okay, so if the tech is the engine, what results are we seeing? We need those aha facts for the listener. What does the source material say this engine actually delivers?
Well, the biggest result they highlight ties right back to Bartol's expertise, ORC, organized retail crime.
Right.
They do this through something called the Unified Database. Remember how we said ORC rings hit multiple stores?
Yeah, across different locations, even states?
Exactly. Traditional security often treats each incident like a one-off. This platform, the idea is, connects the evidence from every location instantly.
Ah, so the power is linking those separate events to spot the bigger criminal pattern.
Precisely, and that speeds up building a case against these organized groups.
So how does that translate into, like, numbers, measurable impact?
The source gives some pretty compelling metrics. They associate the platform with up to a 5% reduction in overall retail crime incidents.
5%. Across the board.
Up to, yeah. And when you think about the billions lost to retail crime, 5% is actually a huge financial swing.
Yeah, no kidding. That's significant, especially at scale. What about after a crime happens? Investigating it.
That's where the efficiency really kicks in. The system claims 72% faster case resolutions for both law enforcement and the store's own loss prevention teams.
72% faster. How?
The key seems to be evidence preparation. The platform can provide court-ready video evidence within seconds.
Okay, explain court-ready.
Think about the old way. A loss prevention person spending hours finding the right footage, maybe blurring faces, exporting it, burning it to a disk.
Yeah, a total bottleneck.
Exactly. This AI seemingly automates a lot of that. It gets the necessary, properly formatted evidence to the police or prosecutors almost immediately.
That speed, that's a massive operational win.
Yeah.
Stops cases from stalling just because of paperwork, essentially.
Right. And there's also a direct financial incentive mentioned beyond just stopping theft, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Beyond the shrink reduction savings, the reported data points to annual operational cost savings of over $600,000 for clients.
$600,000. Wow.
Yeah, which ties security investment directly to the store's bottom line.
Yeah.
And that kind of naturally pivots us to the next point.
Which is?
That this AI system isn't just about being a high-tech lock on the door. It's positioned as a tool for, well, optimizing the whole business.
Right. I appreciate that pivot because, let's be honest, secured budgets are often just seen as a cost center.
Well, always. A necessary expense.
So what kind of business intelligence are we talking about here when the AI looks beyond just catching thieves?
We're talking about using that same smart camera network to analyze how customers behave and how the store operates.
Okay, like what specifically?
The source mentions things like detailed heat mapping.
So seeing where shoppers actually spend their time or which areas they avoid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, occupancy analytics. How many people are in a certain area at a given time? And crucially, integration with the point of sale, the POS systems.
Okay. So connecting the dots, you could see maybe where long lines are forming via occupancy.
Right.
And compare that to the POS data to see if you need more cashiers open during those peaks.
Precisely that kind of thing. The operational payoff is about optimizing everything from staffing levels and even product placement
Based on heat maps, yeah.
to just improving the general customer flow through the store.
Which, in turn, makes for a safer, less chaotic environment.
Exactly. And that ultimately boosts both employee safety and shopper confidence.
Yeah.
So the security platform kind of morphs into this core intelligence layer for the entire business operation.
It's a much broader value proposition than just loss prevention.
Definitely. So wrapping this up, what's the big picture for us here? This deep dive, really anchored by Hedgie Bartol joining Alpha Vision, it clearly shows this convergence, doesn't it?
Yeah.
High-level industry leadership. Good. This veteran who really understands sophisticated crime, meeting this complex, proactive technology like their AI platform.
It really feels like the retail industry actively trying to redefine what security even means.
Moving beyond just documenting losses.
Yeah, moving towards being a proactive, integrated intelligence system, one that ideally protects assets, enhances safety, and helps run the business better, all at the same time.
The old model, human guards, watching monitors, reactive reports, that's clearly being challenged, if not completely upended, by these systems that can predict and intervene.
It's a fundamental shift.
Which, brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, to make me chew on.
Okay.
If AI can now detect potential threats in real time, using cameras and these autonomous agents to, say, trigger alerts or deterrents before a human even gets there, what does this shift from just reporting reactively to actively intervening predictively? What does that really mean for the traditional role of human security staff in retail stores?
That's the big question, isn't it? Are we looking at the beginning of a truly hybrid security team?
Where maybe the human expertise shifts completely towards things like setting policy, auditing the AI, handling the really complex, non-routine incidents.
While the AI handles the moment-to-moment vigilance and initial deterrence, it's definitely the long-term puzzle that platforms like this are starting to create, something to watch.